Welcome back, friends, to Build a Lot Acres. My name's Case, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about something I think every man needs to own: a trailer. Stay tuned. So, like I said, I think this is a good video. I'm going to give you some really good talking points as to why you should own a trailer, and some things you may have considered, others you may not have. But I think it's going to be a good video and an informative video. So let's get into it. So I think the first thing we're going to have to talk about is the size of the trailer versus what you're going to get in a car, minivan, even a pickup truck. Because let's be honest, back in the day, pickup trucks had much bigger beds. An 8-foot bed was kind of the standard for a pickup truck. Nowadays, a lot of your trucks, even full-size trucks, only have a 5, maybe 6-foot bed. So your bed is physically much smaller than it used to be, and it's way smaller than a lot of these utility trailers. I mean, if you take a look, these trailers have a lot of space in them. Like I said, it's much bigger than a pickup bed is going to be, especially in modern day pickup beds. An 8-foot bed is kind of like a thing of the past. You almost have to special order trucks with that size bed. It's gone the way of the dinosaur, kind of like standard transmissions and crank windows. You just can't get it anymore. No one wants the long beds, and it makes the whole truck much longer and harder to park. I think that's going to be the first advantage to owning a trailer is, comparing it to a van, minivan, SUV, car, pickup. You have much more space to put stuff. So I think the next advantage I'm going to talk about is the height of the trailer versus a pickup. Now, even a smaller pickup like a Nissan Frontier, Toyota Tacoma, Ford Ranger, Chevy S10, those kind of quarter-ton range pickup trucks, they're going to be 30, 32, 33, 34 inches off the ground to the bottom of the bed. Whereas a trailer like this, you might be somewhere in the 12, to 14 inch range. So you're considerably less than half of the distance to the ground. Why is that important? Well, if you're hand loading something heavy on here, maybe a round of firewood or a wood stove or a couch, it's much easier to pick something up 12 inches than it is 34 inches. And if you're loading machinery into here, not only is it a lot easier because it's a lower height, your ramps are going to be much less steep, and it's going to be a lot safer. A lot of the trailers like this Cam brand 5x10 trailer that I have has a built-in tailgate the full width of the trailer. You let that down and it's much safer to load lawnmowers, golf carts, four-wheelers, side-by-sides. You can load that kind of stuff into these trailers much easier because they're lower to the ground, and they got these tailgates that cover the whole width, so you're not trying to stay on a narrow ramp. So those have to be the first two benefits, is the size of the trailer versus carrying it in a vehicle, and the height of the trailers off the ground. So I think the third thing we're going to talk about is carrying capacity. Most vehicles are going to be rated to tow considerably more than they can carry. For instance, my Nissan Frontier is rated to haul in the bed maybe, I think, 1,200 pounds, give or take. It can tow about 6,700 pounds. So I can tow over 5 times what I can haul in the bed. And I mean, that's pretty standard for a lot of vehicles. You could pretty much tow these with any vehicle. It could be a small car, an SUV, pickup, a van. These single axle trailers really aren't all that heavy. A lot of them are going to be in the 700, 800, 900 pound range. So if you're just putting a lawnmower or a couch or something not that heavy in here, you can tow these with pretty much any vehicle that has a tow hitch. Now, unless you get into real big trucks, like a 1-ton, you might be able to carry, 3,000 to 4,000 pounds in the bed, but you're also going to spend a lot more money for that kind of a vehicle than you're going to spend for a small vehicle in a little trailer like this. So I'd like to just take a quick minute and go over the two trailers. This is a Pace American brand, 6.5 foot wide by 10 foot long trailer. It's got 24-inch steel sides, 15-inch rims, 3,500 pound axle. I actually redid this whole trailer. The whole thing was rotted out when I got it. I did a whole new frame, the boards, repainted it, new wiring, new tires. So this thing has been gone through. And then this other trailer is a 5 foot wide by 10 foot long Cam brand trailer. It's also got a 3,500 pound axle. It's got 12-inch sides, and then they added a 2x8 on top of that. 15-inch tires. I also redid this trailer, not to the extent of the other one, but I did do some welding to this. I painted it, new wiring, etc. So So we've talked about the physical size of the trailer versus vehicle sizes. We talked about the height off the ground versus trucks. We talked about the towing capacity of vehicles versus carrying capacity. I think another point I'm going to bring up is the cost. Now, depending on how nice of a shaped trailer you want and what area you live in, you could pick up a pretty decent utility trailer like one of these, somewhere in the $1,000 to maybe $1,500 range, and you're going to be all set to carry whatever you want to tow. For the same money, you're not going to get, any kind of vehicle that has this big of a bed that's in decent running shape. So not only does it cost less to purchase, it's much cheaper to maintain. You don't have an extra engine to maintain and change oil and fuel and all that. Your insurance is cheaper. You're going to get better miles per gallon with a little vehicle towing a trailer like this than you are with a huge 1-ton truck getting 8, 9, 10 miles to the gallon. So overall cost in a multitude of areas is going to be much cheaper with a trailer versus a truck. And when you want to use the vehicle for a regular vehicle, you don't have to worry about that extra. You can unhook the trailer and go off, whereas the truck, it's always a huge truck. You can't change it into a little car like a transformer. That'd be pretty cool if you could, but they don't have that technology yet that I'm aware of. I do want to ask that you please like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy our content. Without you doing that, it really makes it tough to gain any traction and get anywhere. It really helps us out on the YouTube platform, helps us get bigger so we can make more videos, better quality, all that kind of stuff. So I think we covered most of the basic benefits to owning a trailer. I think pretty much anyone could use a trailer and really benefit from it, especially if you have a bigger piece of land in a rural area like I do here. Obviously, if you live in a city or a more congested neighborhood or something like that, it might be a little tougher. But for most people, especially those that live in country, rural type areas, there's so many uses for these trailers, from moving firewood, moving furniture, getting mulch, moving brush. I mean, there's a lot of things, getting lumber. There's a lot of things you can do with a trailer that you're gonna have a hard time doing with just a truck. It may be impossible due to the physical size of what you're moving. So I hope I gave you guys some food for thought and maybe convinced you to get your trailer, or if you have a trailer, maybe fix it up. So I do have videos on fixing up this Pace American trailer. Unfortunately, I don't have any on me fixing up the cam trailer. I do have videos of me using the cam trailer. I have it behind the Ford tractor pulling firewood. But I do have a 2 or 3 part series of me fixing up this Pace American trailer. I'll put it down below in the description. And I want to thank you guys for watching. See you next time.